Hey y'all, so what's up? I want to touch base with you. I posted a video probably, going on 3 months ago now, I guess, when we were on family vacation. If your feet hit the floor in this country, you are indigenous to this country. Incident that happened in Ravalli County, Montana. And, you know, it's very interesting. That is the first time I've ever had to present our papers. Now, there is some confusion about what our papers are. So our papers are putting ourselves back in our rightful position as the living. Some people know what that means, some people don't. But, you know, it's kind of a, I can't even really say controversial thing, because it's the highest of truths, it's the highest of laws. The only way you are trapped is if you consent. You can take your consent away at any time. That's really what it comes down to. And what we decided to do after years of research was truly correct our record. And what we mean by that is there's two records on file for every person on this planet. Right? You have one your parents filled out, which is your name. You know, there's videos out there that try and contradict this. Now, I've had our papers, myself, my wife, working on my children, that kind of thing. We've had these papers for well over a year and a half. The tags we have on our car have been on our cars well over a year and a half. And nobody has disputed them. Nobody. Why is that? Because it's the highest of truths, the highest of laws. Now, I wish everybody could just get a mass group together and do this themselves, but it wasn't done that way to you. So you have to undo it the way it was done to you. Now, there's a lot of things out there, you know, a lot of people use different words. You know, there's that SC thing. And that's what they tried to say we were in this interaction in Montana. And we are the furthest thing from that. If you don't know what SC is, you know, you've heard a lot of people try and say it different ways, but it's a contradiction. You can't be sovereign and also be on a city or in a city, meaning a different word when I said city. And it has to do with ship. You know, there's a lot of ways people can go about this, but I've only found one true lawful way, and that's with the papers that we have and that we submit from the lowest of level of jurisdiction to the highest of level of jurisdiction. And the lowest level is where you live, your municipality courts, your prosecuting attorney in that county you live in or city you live in. And then all the way to the United States President, the Secretary of State of the United States, the Pope, and the Queen of England. I have return receipts from the Queen of England and the Pope. Right? That's serious now. Now, I'm going to be redoing the hour-long video of all their footage, right? And all their footage, I never requested that footage. Here is the exact things we did. As soon as we left that scene, I contacted a friend of mine. He put together some serious paperwork for me, and then that paperwork went out to around 49 individuals through email. Well, then when we really got back to our embassy, where we reside at, we sent the same packet that you see me present twice, and my daughter presents it.
Hi, I'm Danny with the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, how are you?
So are you Dad then?
I'm James, yeah.
Okay. Do you have registration for the vehicle?
Everything's right here.
Okay, she wasn't sure which one of those was registration.
Everything's right here.
Okay.
I can give you all delivery notices and everything. We're just traveling.
No, I and I understand that. I guess the part that I'm having issues with is it's not returning from anywhere in the United States.
I understand that.
Okay.
It's traveling papers.
Okay.
I don't register my vehicles the same way everybody else does.
Okay. So what way do you register them?
The exact way that paper states.
Okay. Let me go talk to my dispatch again.
Sure, go ahead.
If you don't mind, just
Feel
either
free to call the supervisor if you need to.
my supervisor or your supervisor?
Yours. I don't have a supervisor.
Okay. All right.
If there's an issue, but we traveled all the way across this country with no issues. So.
As far as I know, there's not an issue, but I do have to verify that
No
it's
problem.
not stolen or anything
Nope,
like that,
it's
if that
not
makes
stolen.
sense.
100%
As I was telling your daughter, we have a lot of people around here who make license plates, and that's what we're checking for,
I understand
if that makes sense.
I
Okay.
totally understand that.
Okay.
No worries.
All right. Give me 1 second.
No
I'll be right back.
problem.
Thank you.
Once. That same packet we sent to the prosecuting attorney of that county, the sheriff of that county, and the judge. Now, it is one of the biggest counties in Montana, but they are very small towns. And you hear them say, you know, they have volunteers, and well, you can't work for one county and come in on another county and volunteer and get paid. Like that that don't work. You only took an oath for that one county or that one state. You can't just, you know, there's conflicts of interest there. But anyway, also, when we sent this packet, the only other papers we added were our true papers that we had stamped at the deeds office that started the whole process. Right? And that's identifying who we are, despite the ambassador traveling and authentication papers, right? They wanted me to show my, for some reason they had in their head that I should have shown some other pieces of paper. Well, who are you to tell me what papers I need to show you? And the papers I showed them of the highest caliber, sent to the highest people that run everything. And you know, you see her mention, well, there's some things not signed in there. That's for you if you have a problem with it. You're supposed to fill it out, right? With your bond number, with your full legal and lawful name. And your supervisor is supposed to do the same thing to back you up. Now, if you notice in this video, I physically hand it to them. They got served. When I hand them these papers, they get served. There's no way around it. They accepted it the minute they took it in their hand, right? Now, I understand they didn't know what they were looking at. But that's not has anything to do with me. I can't help that they're illiterate and can't read and have never been presented something like that. Now, I do understand why she said that she pulled my daughter over. But you can't just run a plate and because it doesn't return, you decide to pull them up. There's no law broken there. So what are you doing? And that's really what I tried expressing in the video. There's no crime committed. There's no law been broken. Yet we're traveling. You can clearly see we're traveling. I understand my daughter handed her a driver's license. But she didn't know any better. And that's why I showed up on scene, was to explain those things in the papers. Because I knew my daughter couldn't explain it, right? We got separated by a stop sign or stoplight. And she went a little bit ahead of us. You know, it happens. I knew eventually at some point, right? Now, where our embassy is, it's 3 blocks, 3 small city blocks from the courthouse where we reside. We don't hide. We've traveled in those cars all over this country, all over the city we live in, multiple cities, multiple states, because we live on a border state. Now, not southern border state. We live in around the Kansas City area. So we're real close to Kansas and Missouri, right? We can cross the border line within 5 minutes, basically. Now, it's not like we haven't had some form of law enforcement, whether it be state trooper, a sheriff, a county, just a regular city police, highway patrol. we've traveled in our cars all over this country, like I said. You know, right before this trip, my son and I, we just got back from Salt Lake City, Utah. You know, like it, we travel. We live our lives. We're free. We live with liberty and the pursuit of happiness. That's really what it's about. Now, you got to know your rights, y'all. But you also got to know where those rights stop and start. There is a massive separation between the people and a person. It says so in the Constitution. Matter of fact, before the 9th Amendment, there is no mention of person. It's about the people. And the 9th Amendment flat out says the people have the right to be secure in their person. Why is that separation there? Because there's a massive difference. Person isn't what you think it means. All right, y'all. The content in this video, it's all their body cams. Like I said, I did not request this in any way. All I did was send them the packet. The same packet I presented on the side of the highway. That they detained us for an hour and a half. Lo and behold, ran my dear wife's name under a name that's not her. And the papers proved who we were, right? They falsely arrested her, forced us to post a bond. And yet we still can't find a case, still can't find a warrant, still can't find nothing on this entire thing. Yet I have a handwritten receipt for a $2,500 cash bond. Like, it is strange, right? Now, you know, we traveled away from that scene, and traveled further down into Montana, into Yellowstone, and over into Cody, Wyoming, and then all the way back home to our embassy. And I immediately sent out those packets. And about 25 to 30 days later, I receive a package in the mail, not of any legal form. It's a pretty strange size piece of folded up, bubbled package, right? Had a CD in it and a piece of paper. Had all the reports. Had all the dash cam, or all the video and all the photos they took. But I didn't request this. So what's that say to y'all? Does it really say that, you know, after they received all that, my packet, and again, I never requested anything, that they sent that to us to say, hey, please don't come after the county. Yeah, these two deputies kind of screwed up. And what really bugged me the most was the things that they said to my kids that I didn't know about.
None of my business, but I kind of is because I stopped you. You seem like a promising, very smart person. You do as well.
Thank you.
You will continue to run into problems like this.
Right.
And get a lot of warrants issued.
Okay.
If you follow down this path. If you want to do that, by all means do it. But I've seen this happen a lot with people around here.
Right.
So, just something to think about for...
And also, when the sergeant shows up on scene, he flat out says to the deputy, do you just want me to take care of him? And the deputy's like, what? What are you talking about? Take care of him? Take care of him how? I just want to know how to handle this.
Take care of him?
What are you going to do?
Take care of him?
I want to know what I need to do in a situation like this if you weren't here. And that's maybe open for later discussion, but what do you need me to do right now?
Well,
Right? But why was the backup even there? The only reason I can think, because she even says, no need for backup, I'll be finished up here, is I came up to the car, her car, with delivery notices of the packet I just handed her, so that she could see that they'd all been delivered.
That's all delivery notices.
With the tracking numbers to match in the back of the packet and show that they were delivered and nothing was sent out in a response. Now, in that, when I walked up to her car, she was on the phone. That's why she killed her body camera, was because she was on the phone with that sergeant. That sergeant automatically thought, by the description she was giving, that we were the old SC word. And again, we are the furthest things from that. As a matter of fact, it's a severe contradiction, but the only individuals I can see being that SC is the law enforcement, because they get away with stuff all the time, breaking the law, just like they did with my wife and my family and me. They broke the law.
What am I doing, dude?
Put your hands
I
on your
don't
hip.
mean any harm to anyone.
Put them up there, turn around, don't move.
What are we doing here?
Turn around.
What are we doing, dude?
Do not move.
What are we doing, man? You could have at least unbuckled the thing, dude, before
Do
you
you have
cut
any
my
other
strap.
weapons on you?
There's a pocket knife right there.
Okay.
What is the issue here, man? I don't mean any ill will or harm to anybody.
That's good. I don't want to hurt anyone either. I don't want you to or have any miscommunications. Alright. So you got anything else on you?
Keys?
What else in here?
My keys.
It doesn't feel like keys.
I don't commit you to go in my pocket, dude. What are you doing? I haven't done anything, man. You have no reason to even search me. I'm not causing any ill will. I haven't caused a crime. What is going on here?
Alright. You can put your hand down and relax.
They trespassed on me. They assaulted me. They battered me. Let alone falsely accused my wife, forced us to post a bond on something we can't find anywhere. Right? We don't hide. Yet, no type of that jurisdiction will come on our land because of the papers we have filed. There's $1 million no trespass lien on our land. Period. No trespass means no trespass. It don't matter if you read that sign or not. Everyone, I encourage you, step up. Become the man and woman that you stand on this ground and are. Do not be that person that they want you to be. Be the man or woman that you are. It's your rightful place. Stop consenting to things that do nothing but hurt you. Right? There is one of the highest books of law on record in our great country. And it is called the 1611 Nelson 301. It cannot be denied. It's the highest law of our land. It's what our land was created on.
Okay. You are in the state of Montana, which is in the United States.
Correct. And I'm an American.
Right.
Okay, so what's the issue here? I'm traveling.
I understand.
That's all
you're
we're
traveling.
doing is traveling.
Okay.
So I don't understand why we're being pulled over to begin with. I understand what you said.
Okay.
But I just handed you legitimate papers that have been sent to everybody and their mother to the highest of levels. From where I reside to the United States, including the Queen, including the Pope. Everything is totally legitimate here. I get that you guys aren't used to seeing these.
Right.
Totally understand that. But I'm traveling.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything else but traveling with my family. If there's an issue, I can hand you an affidavit. You guys are more than welcome to fill it out.
13638. Thank you. I'll let you do it next time.
I would like to go about my traveling now and continue my family to where we're staying.
Okay.
If there's not an issue here,
do you have some sort of diplomat identification or anything
have
like
I
that?
committed a crime?
No, I'm just asking you
I
because
understand that.
your paperwork is registered as a diplomat.
Correct.
And if you're an actual diplomat, you would have some sort of identification to be able to prove that.
Says who?
This is my sergeant who I called.
Okay, well here's my papers proving I'm a diplomat.
Okay.
I'm an ambassador to the
But
United States of America.
Do you have identification?
I handed you my ID. This is my ID.
Okay.
I've committed no crime
So you
here.
have no card to show me?
My family has committed no crime here. We are traveling. Am I free to go or are we being detained? That's all I need to know.
These guys are detained. You're not part of this traffic stop.
It's my vehicle. It's my private property.
Okay.
These
I
are my
understand that.
private property as well. The 2 children traveling in this vehicle.
At this point, she is a driver.
She is
And
not driving.
She is a driver when I pulled her over as a traffic
She is not
stop.
driving. We are not conducting any commercial business here.
Sir.
I'm not a sir.
I'm trying to
My
be...
name is James. Please respect me in that. I respect your authority. I respect
James.
what you were doing.
I won't call you sir again if I can help it. James. At this point, I'm conducting a traffic stop with her, okay?
For what purpose?
And I've given you the...
This is my private property. We're traveling.
Listen to me.
You don't have authority over me, ma'am.
I do.
No, you do not.
You are obstructing my investigation at this point.
I'm not. I came up here because she called me because she didn't know the answers to the questions you were
And that is
handing her.
okay.
So that's why I am here. I am the owner of this private property.
But now we are to the
traveling.
point. We are now to the point where I need to discuss the traffic stop with her as a driver and as an adult.
She's not driving, though. That's the issue here.
Okay.
I understand she handed you a driver's license. She didn't know any better. That's why we try not to get split up. We got split up back there because she's not conducting commercial business. You're conducting a commercial traffic stop. Right or wrong?
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Are you conducting a commercial traffic stop?
I'm
Yes
conducting
or no?
a traffic stop.
A commercial traffic stop.
I understand that you call it that.
These vehicles...
Okay. I'm done having this conversation.
Okay,
I'm going to speak to your daughter.
I suggest get a supervisor then.
My supervisor's on his way.
Good.
But
There's
at this point in
nothing else to be
time,
talked about then.
at this point in time, you're obstructing my
I'm not
investigation.
obstructing
I would like you
anything.
to go sit in your vehicle.
I'm not obstructing anything. This is my private property. You're more than welcome to go talk to my daughter.
And the only thing I did was step to the front of my private property, the car. As well, they never asked the owner for insurance. There's actually 2 insurance policies on both cars. One in the packet, and then for ease of stuff, we also still continue to keep commercial insurance on it. Which insurance states the only reason you have to have that is if your car is registered through the state. Mine is registered through the United States. The registration is done as private property. The only thing it is doing on the roads is traveling, which is our right to travel freely, unobstructed. We broke no law, committed no crime, caused no damage to any property, caused no damage to any person. And, that being said, would have to clear it federally to lawfully even be able to do this. So they broke many laws on many levels. Y'all have a good one. Catch you on the flip side. Later.